Well, you learn a lot about why we believe what we believe, the factors responsible for our beliefs, i.e., for example, when you're growing up, you learn to adopt the same belief system because of what you've seen your parents do or what they've told you or how things should be. For example, religion, you believe what you believe today because either your mom or dad was a Christian or Muslim or whatever. And that's why you naturally become a Christian or Muslim.
Yeah.
But then what people need to do is go on a journey of discovering things for themselves. And having that personal encounter for yourself is what will help you to clarify things.
We're talking about self-belief,
Yeah.
which you put power.
Yeah, the power.
Self-belief. Now, obviously, there's a lot of different kind of people out there watching this. There will be people that are sat in probably, you know, some big mansion who think that they've made it and they've got the Aston Martin sat outside. And there'll be people sat out there who are maybe not had such a decent upbringing, who have not necessarily had all the luck.
Yeah.
Maybe not been so positive, whatever, and they're sat in some horrible little flat and with no money and all these other things. They're going to have some serious obstacles to overcome.
Yeah.
You are obviously a man who has had to overcome lots of obstacles too.
Absolutely.
To get to where you are now. You know, you own your own business, a successful business.
Yeah.
You've written a book to help others to do so, which is from Janus Publishing and is available on Amazon and various other places.
Waterstones and
Waterstones, okay.
And also, you can actually get on www.thepowerofselfbelief.com as well if you want to find
Powerofselfbelief.com.
Yeah.
Well, that's pretty easy to remember. So, how does these people sat in the flat, feeling a bit low, you know, had all the bad stuff chucked at them throughout their entire lives, you know, just feeling really negative, I've got no way forward, what do I do?
Right. I think what I would say is, it goes back to something I heard many years ago. I'm not quite sure who said it, but it's had a massive effect on my life. And that goes back to the fact that 1% of what happens to us in life, that's life. But 99% of what we do is what matters. Because I didn't design life, neither did you. Neither did the viewers. No one designed life, we just live in life. And that's what we could do. And sometimes, the way I look at life like a river. It flows. Whether you jump in or not, it will keep on flowing. Now, do you either flow with life or do you stand against life? Either way, you're not going to win because life will keep flowing. You can't. Life's been around longer than you have been around. So
get a good boat. And
absolutely. So get a good boat and flow with life. When you have the bad, take it on board, learn from it. Because always the bad has something to teach you. Learn from it and move on. When you have the good, rejoice in it. And, you know, build up in your strength, build up in your confidence and move on. Now, to go back to your question, wherever is feeling down at the moment or feeling, you know, I'm a failure or nothing's working out for me, use that as a positive, because if you're not happy about something, that's your inner self telling you you could do more. Because if you don't think you could do more, you'll be content. Because you know you can't do anymore, so why should I worry or stress myself about this issue? But if the feeling of feeling unhappy is because deep down you believe there's more, I can do more. But the problem we have with a lot of people is that they believe they could do more, but they're not willing to do more. Everybody has dreams, everybody has hopes and aspirations. But the reason why we don't see them fulfill those dreams is because they're not willing to take the necessary actions to make them happen. Because nothing's going to be given to you because you're a nice guy or a nice girl. You've got to make things happen in life. Life will not just hand you a free lunch. You've got to make things happen. So to encourage anybody, what I would say is, don't look at your situation as a negative. Look at it as an advantage, because now you're fed up. You see where you're at. The key thing is formulate a strategy on how to get out of it. It could be as simple as a small step. Maybe it could be, okay, let me get a slightly bigger room than one I've got right now. And when you get that room, you feel a little bit more good about it. So that builds confidence. The next step could be, okay, now let me get slightly a better paid job.
So make realistic targets.
Absolutely. Absolutely. But I think what happens a lot of time, people see the big life, the nice cars, and they want to go for those things straight away, thinking the person who owns those cars got it straight away. Now, don't get me wrong, in some cases, you might have won the lottery and got it straight away.
Rare.
But people tell me, oh, you were lucky, you won the lottery. But he still paid, he still bought the ticket. That's the thing we forget.
Got off his backside and
got on the backside and bought the ticket. So there's luck, really, I don't really believe in luck. I believe luck is when preparation meets opportunity.
What do you think about responsibility? Because a lot of people like to absolve themselves of responsibility. We say, you know, it's, I don't know, there's lots of things. We go to confession and we sit there and we absolve ourselves of all this responsibility by offloading it onto the priest. You know, it's a psychological process that they're going through, but it's always absolution. It's never my fault, it's the politicians, it's the, you know? a lot of our press is geared towards that absolution thing. It's,
Yeah.
you know, you pick any newspaper up and it's so-and-so dirty, rotten people have done all that.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, it's not our fault.
Yeah.
You know, well, it is, we voted for them.
Yeah.
So what do you think about that? Does that have any effect in the self-belief system of yours?
Absolutely. I think if you are tied into a mindset of wanting to blame somebody all the time, it's going to be very difficult for you to get to where you're planning to get to. And that's where self-belief will really help you. Because when you understand that you could actually change the way you think or actually change the way you perceive things, then that revelation alone is enough to change the course of your destiny. Because a lot of people walk blindly. They see, but they walk blindly. And what I mean by that is basically they believe this is how things is. I was born, you know, my life's not great and that's how it's going to be. There's nothing I can do about it. But that's the greatest lie ever told. But there is something you can do about it by changing the way you perceive things and see your situation. And I know it's not easy, it's difficult because sometimes when you're down and out, it's very hard to think positive. We've all been there. I'm not going to sit here and tell you, oh, my life has always been great, or when I felt down, I've always had the energy to go forward. No, there have been times when I've had setbacks, but I've looked at it in a positive way. I've said to myself, right, what can I learn from this? And how can I use this setback to my advantage? A friend of mine made a statement once which stuck to me. He said, when life gives you a lemon, learn to make lemonade. And that's what I try to do in my life, and that's what I encourage anyone to do.
Right, that's a good message. It's a very good message. Well, you're a very, very positive guy, that's a fact. It's obviously proven to be successful for yourself.
Absolutely.
Is there a final message that you'd like to give the people out there, other than you can buy the book on powerofselfbelief.com?
Well, I would say, you know, believe, really believe, and you can succeed. That's what I would say, because nothing, like I said before, nothing is impossible until someone's proven it to be impossible. Because one thing you have to realize is the two things we have in life, we've got fact and we've got opinion. Fact and opinion. Fact is proven. Laws of gravity, what goes up will come down. Opinion, if you drink tea all the time, you will die. That's an opinion. I'm not saying people haven't died from drinking tea, but when we investigate, you find out maybe there's a reason behind it, maybe someone poisoned, whatever. But the key thing is that facts are proven. Opinions, it's a hearsay. You know, I've got an opinion, it doesn't mean I'm right.
It can alter according to evidence, yeah.
Taxes, we'll pay taxes whether you like it or not. You're going to live and die one day, whether you like it or not. So stop worrying about this, it's going to happen. Just enjoy your life. Those are facts. And the quicker you embrace the facts of life, the easier life will be for you.
Well done. Thank you.
Thank you.
Olusegun. Thank you very much. So that's the Power of Self-Belief from Olusegun Ayitayo. Yeah.